It was such a nice day earlier, and it's still kind of a nice day. But now it's raining a lot. It was raining a lot. Now it's not raining as much, but it's still kind of nasty. Look at this. Just so nice earlier. What is this vlog about? I don't freaking know, but I figured I'd make one because I didn't make one this week and I'm running out of things already. How about that? Didn't take very long, did it? Did not take very long for me to run out of things to say. What's up guys, SteelFrodo here. So this is obviously not a normal view of anything. It's also not very professional looking because the lighting is garbage because it's nighttime. I've got one light here and one light back behind my my monitor. But well, maybe it might be a little bit better because I got a giant white screen here. But yeah, I figured I'd just kind of talk because I was reading a comment. I'm gonna answer the question in my Q&A Saturday, but on the same hand I wanted to kind of address it here as just kind of a topic because I had nothing really better to do other than film that beginning and go, yeah, I'm going to make a vlog, and then realize that I had no more time to film anything else except for right now after I filmed that first section of the vlog. So yeah, that was something. But no, somebody asked me what version of Windows do I use, and I thought it was interesting because a lot of people assume that, you know, with computers and with like the kind of setups people have when they work on YouTube videos, they have Windows. And I do have Windows, but I use it mainly for gaming. As you can tell, I'm sitting here twirling an Apple Pencil, and I have my iPad on my desk. I am a Mac user, Apple fanboy, whatever you want to call it. And I just finished editing my oh, I need to change my banner at some point. I just realized I've changed the whole aesthetic of the way my videos look, and I haven't changed the banner yet. Anyway, no, but I use a Mac-ish, kind of. I use Mac software for a lot of stuff, and Apple software for a lot of stuff. I use Windows. I mainly use Windows for gaming. I don't use it for much else. In fact, I haven't even changed the default wallpaper for Windows, but I think it's funny because I think when a lot of people think of a good starting setup, they think Windows, which they're not wrong. You know, Windows is one of those things where it's everywhere. If it's got a screen, it's probably running Windows, at least in terms of the computer realm. Even Macs can run Windows with Boot Camp. But no, I've always been a Mac user with like this kind of stuff, especially once I started getting into editing. I had learned early on in Windows and Adobe Premiere, and some of the things that I just like didn't feel like were correct but were, like stability. Stability on Premiere, I mean, it's gotten better, but good God, if you do not save, you are screwed. So it was kind of like stuff like that I felt was lacking when I was using Adobe Premiere. Keep in mind, this was back in high school, so I really didn't know what I was looking for. And when I got into college, I was learning more and more with Adobe Premiere, and then I took a class that introduced me to Final Cut Pro. And after that, it was kind of like Katie bar the door. That was all I used from then on. And it was a very simple reason why I used it. It was the fact that it was faster in a lot of cases, and I was already familiar with using Macs at that point. I had a Mac for college, we had a Mac at home, we had already gotten a lot of Apple stuff, and yeah, again, it all stems back to somebody assuming that I used Windows, which I find hilarious. But no, it's just faster in a lot of cases, plus I'm more familiar with it. I have presets saved, which I know you can save presets in Adobe Premiere, but it's more versatile, and the reason why I said I kind of use a Mac is because of the fact that my machine down here is a Windows PC. I mean, it's a Windows PC, but it's a Hackintosh, so it means that I can actually put whatever hardware I want into it within certain parameters. And I actually recently just upgraded to the GTX 1070, which is pretty cool. So I can actually, like this GTX 1070 in Final Cut. Final Cut is smart enough to offload tasks to the GPU, to the graphics card, while it's, while you're editing. So what that means in layman's terms is that your processor has 4 cores. Mine has 4 cores. You can get more. Mine has 4 cores and 4 what are called hyperthreads, where it can divvy out the tasks. And that's all Adobe Premiere sees, at least as far as I know. Unless they've changed anything, that's all Adobe Premiere sees. It says, okay, you've got 8 cores, or 4 cores, I'm going to dump everything onto that and see what happens, and that's how you render. Final Cut goes, oh, you're rendering video. I'll compress that in the processor. But you've got text and you've got graphics. I'm going to load that out to the graphics card, which has, in this case, 1,920 cores. That all adds up. And actually, I'm going to do a tech video later down the road about why I use Apple more. So why I use Apple, because there's a lot more. But I figured I would just talk about editing since I'm waiting for a video to render. And I was going to draw, but I've been drawing something with my iPad. I don't know if it's going to show up properly, but I've been drawing this little character with my iPad. That's probably going to look like garbage, and I'm not going to be able to clean it up because I'm editing on an iPad. But yeah, I've been working on that on my iPad with the Apple Pencil. But anyway, yeah, for editing, that's just why I've used Final Cut, and that's why when I saw that question, it said, what version of Windows do you use? To answer that question, I use 10, exclusively for gaming. Anything else that I do on this channel is all edited on on the Mac side of things in Final Cut Pro. I have an ultra-wide. This is a 2560 by 1080 monitor for the timeline, and then 1920 by 1080 right here. But yeah, so that's kind of why I use it. And again, I think it's kind of funny, people automatically assume you use Windows when you're editing, or not editing, but when you have a PC. But no, that's just kind of it. I'm sorry if this was a little ranty, but I figured I wanted to make a vlog. Didn't really have much to go on to make a vlog because I'm running out of days in the week. Pretty much all the rest of my days this week are shot, and yeah, figured I would just make something to kind of meet what I wanted to meet for my goal for this week. And I might make another one if I have time this week, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of meet that goal and talk. Because I don't often just talk to the camera. I give this kind of like, I do my reaction videos, and those are kind of me talking about the show to you guys, but I wanted to make a video where I actually just talked to you guys, and I picked a topic, and that's why I did it. So yeah, I've almost talked long enough to have the video 3/4 of the way exported, if that gives you an idea. And if this is a 3/4 of the way exported, it was at like 2% when I started, and it is a 22-minute and 20-second timeline, if that gives you guys an idea of how quickly that renders. It's at 720p, so it's not super challenging, but it's still quite a big file when you're exporting a master file like that. So yeah, but anyway, thanks guys. I know this is probably not the most energetic one because I've been trying to stay quiet for the people in the other rooms, and yeah, I might make another vlog this week, like I said, but this is kind of to fill the gap of Spice and Wolf, and that's it. So I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm sure it wasn't super energetic, but hey, it is what it is. It was very rambly, which tends to be what I do when I talk to myself, to the camera. So yeah, and I'm also getting very tired, which also doesn't help. So I'm going to cut it off before I say anything else that I regret, or say something that is irrelevant. And I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to be there, and have a good one.